The Cat in the Hat presents Dr. Seuss, The Cat in the Hat.
The sun did not shine. It was too wet to play. Just sit in the house all that cold, cold, wet day.
Goodbye, kids. I'm leaving now. Have fun. I'll be back at 3:30 sharp.
Sit by the window, just sit there and stew and wish there were something. Something to do. Too gooey and dunky outdoors to play ball. Nothing doing. Nothing at all.
Fun, fun, how can you have fun? Just sitting doing nothing when there's nothing to be done. Nothing, 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 absolutely nothing, nothing, positively, absolutely, absolutely, positively, nothing, 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 nothing to be done.
Nothing to do but sit, sit, sit. Just sit in the house. Just sit there and grump. Then, all of a sudden, something went bump.
Look! A cat! In a hat!
You will note I am neat. Wiped my feet on the mat. Why do you sit there like that? I know it is wet and the sun is not sunny. I know it is damp and the sidewalks are runny. But what I can't see...
Now you listen here, cat.
...is why you'd sit there like that. I know some good games we can play.
Listen, cat.
I know some great tricks.
Listen, cat in the hat.
I know that your mother won't mind if I do, and I'm simply itching to show them to you and to you.
Out of this house. I'm warning you, get.
Who's that? I believe that we haven't yet met.
The name is Crinklebine. Carlos K. Crinklebine.
Ooh.
Now, please go away. Tell that top-hatted cat he should not be about. He should not be here when your mother is out.
My dear Mr. Crinklebine, my tricks are quite safe. I invite you to join in the fun if you wish. With a game that I call Hop, Hop, Hop with a Fish.
Put me down. Put me down, you fool cat. Outrageous. Now let me repeat, and I don't like to shout, but he should not be here when your mother is out.
It's up to you kids. Whatever you say. If you think me untrustworthy, send me away.
Well, he is getting the house sort of messy and dirty. And Mother...
Yeah, Mother. Back home at 3:30.
A vote of no confidence. I most humbly bow to the voice of the majority. Goodbye now. Off to Siberia. Ha! Somebody stole my moss-covered three-handled family credenza. Nobody's gonna leave this room until I find it.
Pardon me, sir. You lost our moss-covered what?
Three-handled family credenza. So, That's your attitude, eh, Crinklestein? Did you steal it? There's a Gradunza snitcher in the house. Things will never be the same. How dear to my heart was that beautiful Gradunza that my old feline father bequeathed to me. That old family Gradunza, the old three-handled family Gradunza, the old moss-covered three-handled family Gradunza that hung on the family tree. I've been burgled, thwirtled by a fish.
Aw, give it back to him, Mr. Crinklebine.
Come on now, don't be mean.
But I didn't steal his what's-this. I'm guiltless. I'm clean.
Thwirtled by a fish. I'll never see my darling moss-covered three-handled family Gradunza anymore.
By the way, Cat, just what is a family Gradunza?
Oh, they come in all styles, from triple G to -0.
Is it bigger than a...
Occasionally, but on most occasions not.
Is it smaller than a...
They no longer make that kind. But one family Gradunza is always smaller than another. Should old family Gradunzas be forgot and never brought to my... Now, if I were a fish, where would I hide a moss-covered three-handled family Gradunza?
Whatever it isn't here.
And whatever it isn't here.
Wherever it is left in some lurch. Wherever it is, we must speed up the search.
I'll tell you this, it's not in the unabridged dictionary, but let's find that thing and get rid of that cat.
There are more scientific methods of searching than that.
And just what kind of science does the cat recommend?
Why, the principle of calculatus eliminatus, my friend.
Calculatus what?
Calculatus eliminatus. I went to Cat Tech, where I studied the same. What other cats do you know who can make such a claim?
Very well, Dr. Calculatus. Find it and eliminate us yourself.
I shall indeed. When you've mislaid a certain something, keep your cool and don't get hot. Calculatus eliminatus is the best friend that you've got. Calculatus eliminatus always helps an awful lot. The way to find a missing something is to find out where it's not. It isn't here, I'll mark this X. It isn't there, I'll mark that Y. It isn't underneath the apple, mark the apple HKI.
It isn't in this keyhole.
No.
And it isn't on my knee.
Mark the keyhole K300, mark the knee 57B. We just jot down all the places where it isn't, and gee whiz, very shortly we will locate where the missing object is.
It isn't here.
842J.
It isn't there.
F607. You can mark the piano 22,000 decimal point 11.
It isn't in the icebox.
That's strange.
It's not on this TV.
Icebox 024.5. TV 1,000,003. When you've mislaid a certain something, keep your cool, don't go to pot. Calculatus eliminatus is the best friend that you've got.
Calculatus eliminatus always helps an awful lot.
The way to find the missing something is to find out where it's not.
Look at this house. Look at this. Look at that. This uncouth, barbaric, tempestuous lout. He should not be here when their mother is out.
well. I'm a punk. A cratunculous schnunk. Nobody loves me. Not one tiny hunk. I agree. I'm a griffulous, groffulous grue. I'm a schmoozler, a schminkler, and a poo-poobler, too. I'm a horrendous object, which nobody loves. I'm untouchable, unless you wear antiseptical gloves. So what? I'm a punk, a cratunculous schnunk. Nobody loves me. Not one tiny hunk. I'm a punk.
Cratunculous schnunk, shatunculous cat, incratulous. Out, 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 out!
Crinklefish, old fellow, your little fish nerves are so jumpy-wumpy. Fishenstein, poor fellow, your little heart's going bumpy-wumpy. Fish, poor old fellow, I know exactly what you need. You need a small tranquilizer. You do. You do indeed. Poor, troubled, crinkled fish friend, just relax. Close your eyes. Your good old Uncle Cat will now proceed to tranquilize. Beautiful kitten fish, sleep, baby, sleep. Your eyelids are droopy, bloop, 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 bleep, bleep. The Sandman on tiptoes comes creep, 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 creep. Hush your mouth, shush your mouth, sleep, 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 sleep. Safe in your Betty Bye, sweet dreams to you. With your teddy bear steady by, blue, 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 blue. Beautiful kitten fish, sleep, baby, sleep. Bloop, 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 bleep, 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 bleep.
You sure relaxed, Mr. K.
He needed sweet sleep in his bad-addled brains. But the problem of finding my moss-covered family redunza remains. I need help. I most truly do. In this box are my helpmates, Thing 1 and Thing 2. From this box will emerge Thing 2 and Thing 1, and they can find anything under the sun. It can be done. It can be done. They can do anything, anything, anything under the sun. If your nerves are getting nervous and your house is topsy-turvous, they are always at your service. Thing 2 and Thing 1.
Fish, fish, there's always one, some long-faced, sour-bellied son of a gun.
There's always some fish, some sour-bellied fish, who's the only one who wishes to flatten up fun. Doesn't like fun, doesn't like fun, good, clean, wholesome, isn't fun.
FBI? FBI? Listen. I am a fish residing at 2322 Magnolia Boulevard, and I want to report a cat in the hat. FBI! FBI! Somebody please answer. Where is everybody?
Sorry, that line is temporarily out of order.
There's always some fish who doesn't like fun. Good, clean, wholesome isn't fun.
They can find anything, anything under the sun.
This reactionary fish-faced louse doesn't like flying kites in the house.
They can find anything, anything under the sun.
All of it, biggity, boys. Can't see things want to fly outdoors.
Thing 1 and Thing 2. Thing 2 and Thing 1. They can find anything, anything, anything under the sun.
Cue. 22, 37, 43, 10, 67, 21, 14, 8, height! There's always some fish, some crotchety one.
There's always some fish, some blotchety one. There's always some fish, some sour fish. There's always some fish, some fish.
If your nerves are getting nervous and your house is topsy-turvous, they will both be at your service on the run. They'll find my long-lost moss-covered three-handled family gradunza thing, two, and thing one.
Out! Out! Out of this house!
Out! Out! Why, every house should have a cat in it. Curled up by the fireplace, a little warm.
Out! And take those things with you! Out!
Take the things? Who ever heard of a house without things in it?
They're not things. They're... And you're not a cat. Who ever heard of a 6-foot cat?
But I am a cat. Technically, I'm a cat in a hat.
You're not a cat in a hat. That's not a hat. You're not a cat. You're a...
I am indeed a cat, and this, indeed, is a hat. In English, cat. Hat. In French, chapeau. It really is quite obvious, don't you know? In English, cat. Hat. In French, chapeau. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. I repeat, cat, hat. In French, chapeau. In Spanish, el gato en a sombrero.
He's a cat in a hat. He's a cat in a chapeau. He also is a gato in a sombrero. Ole, 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 oh.
Where were we? Oh, yes. Cat, hat, in French, chapeau. In Spanish, el gato in a sombrero. And I'll tell you something more. Now you listen to me good. In German, I'm a Katze und das ist meine Hut. Ist das nicht ein Katzerhut?
Ja, das ist ein Katzerhut. Katzerhut, Katzerhut. Ja, das ist ein Katzerhut.
Now, if you're in a receptive state of mind, I'll recapitulate. Cat, hat, in French, chapeau. In Spanish, el gato in a sombrero. In German, I'm a Katze in a hoot. And don't you know, I'm a guanka in a bunker quunk. In Eskimo.
You're a guanka in a bunker quunk in Eskimo?
Right.
He's a guanka in a bunker quunk in Eskimo. Ist das nicht ein bunker quunk? Ja, das ist ein bunker quunk. Bunker, bunker, guanka, bunker. Yes, indeed, that is so. He's a guanka in a bunker quunk in Eskimo.
Now, to be certain that I have this straight, I'll recapitulate. Cat, hat. In French, chapeau.
Good.
In Spanish, you're a gato in a sombrero. In German, you're a Katze in ein Hut. I also know you're a gunka in a bunker quunk in Eskimo.
By George, I think he's got it.
Now, if you will allow me, sir, but please don't think I'm pushing, I think that I can tell you what you are in Russian.
What?
Shabka, schlappa. You're a shabka in a schlappa. Hey!
I am? Why, that's splendid. I'm a Shabka in a Schlepper. I'm a Schapka 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 in a Schlepper. I'm a Schlepper 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 in a Schlepper. That's enough of that. I'm a cat in a hat.
He's a cat of many countries, he's a cat of many hats.
He's a Gusby and a Busby, he's a Snurker in a Snats.
And in Scotland, up in Scotland, in Bonnie Scotland. In Bonnie Scotland, I'm a in Bonnie Scotland, he's a in Switzerland, in Switzerland, I'm a yodel, yodel, yodel in a yodel-a-hoo. He's a yodel, yodel, yodel in a yodel-a-hoo.
And what am I in dear old Ireland?
Why, you're a Kate in a Kinfert.
And in Holland.
You're, let me see. Oh, you're a cat in a hole.
Glory be.
He's a cat of many countries, he's a cat of many hats. Many, many foreign countries and an awful lot of hats.
In Boo-Goo Boo-Goo, he's just darling, he's a Scoo-Goo and a Squally.
He's a vodka in a vest. He's a vodka in a vest.
Out in Farah, I'm a Perk in a pagoda. I'm a Futz in a fedora. How are things in Glockamora?
What a cat, what a cat.
In a hat. Your mother.
Mother? Mother?
Thank you for a fascinating afternoon.
What do we do now?
She's passing Mrs. Blomberg's house.
Sweep, sweep up the memories, those old untidy memories, broken, mixed up memories of what we had one day.
She's passing Mrs. Thompson's house.
Sweep, sweep out the nonsense, that crazy happy nonsense. This world's too old for nonsense. Sweep, just sweep it all away.
Here she is, coming up the driveway.
Everything in a state of grace, everything back in its proper place. No more rainbows for us to chase, no more games to play.
Garage doors open. She's inside the garage.
Sweep out the laughter. There's no more time for laughter. At least, not until after I come back.
Now she's taking her groceries out of the car.
And you know?
Here she comes.
I just may.
Hi, kids. Hope you had fun today. Well, you kids will never believe this, but I could almost swear I saw a cat. A cat in a hat, mind you, going down the street with a moss-covered, three-handled family gradunza.
It was a mighty gorgeous sunset. It was truly a beautiful sight. All the friendly small housetops of Whoville glowing bright in the changing light. All the Whos who lived here in Whoville paused and smiled as the sun sank down and the purple shadow of Mount Crumpet crept across the farmlands beyond the town. It was a mighty peaceful sunset until old Josiah happened to sniff. And he whispered to his wife, "Mariah, will you also take a whiff?" And Josiah and Mariah double sniffed. And they said, "I wonder if..." But they really didn't wonder. They knew it was terribly true. They knew that the sour, sweet wind was coming back, and what the sour, sweet wind would do.
Inside, children.
I suggest we stay indoors tonight. I suggest we lock ourselves in tight. Tonight, you know, won't go quite right. You can tell by the smell of the wind. It sounds like another one's coming. Another Grinch night might commence. I wouldn't go out on a night like this for $1.50.
Starts when that sour, sweet wind begins a-howlin'. Sour, sweet wind across the tree stumps on the wrong side of Punker's Pond. Then that wind wakes up the Gree-Grumps from their sleep inside the tree stumps, and all the Gree-Grumps start a-growlin'. And that growlin' and that howlin' runkles and grunkles up the pond.
And that's why I'm suggesting to all you ladies, kids, and gents, I wouldn't go out on a night like this for $2.50.
'Cause when old Punker's Pond gets runkled by that howlin' and that growlin', that always disturbs the Hackencracks. And the Hackencracks start a-yowlin'. And the yowlin' of the Hackencracks, plus that runklin', drunklin', howlin', growlin', always irritates the Grinch. And then that Grinch starts in a-prowlin'.
So I suggest we stay indoors tonight. Our problems are immense. I wouldn't go out on Grinch night for $6.60.
It's a wonderful night for eyebrows. Max? Oh, where is he? Max! It's a wonderful night for eyebrows. It's a wonderful night for teeth. It's a wonderful night for Grinch night. Their troubles will now commence. Oh, I wouldn't stay home on a night like this for $60.60. Max, go bring the paraphernalia wagon. While Max was obeying his master's command in the cave on Mount Crumpet's bleak peak, the sweet, sour wind swazzled over the land. And in the home of Josiah and his good wife, Mariah, they just stood there, and no one could speak. Until finally, Euchariah said,
Grandpa Josiah?
And Grandpa Josiah said,
Yes, Euchariah?
And Euchariah said,
Grandpa, we've stood and we've stood, and stooding just stooding produces no good. The least we could do is find out without doubt whether or not the Grinch is coming out. And so I suggest we don't stood here like sticks. Call the Grinch Alarm Center. Dial area code 519006.
Excellent suggestion, Euchariah. Area code 519006. Line's busy. Very busy. Ah, here he is.
This is not a recording. This is me in person. Your Grinch Alarm Warden, Sergeant Samuel S. McPherson. It is my duty to inform you if conditions improve or if they worsen. I have infiltrated his territory, keeping sharp eyes upon this schnook. And I'm focusing my focusella to take still another look. Conditions are worsen.
Hurry up, Max. I'm raring to go. I'm gonna be the guest of honor, an exclusive Grinch I know. Gonna be the only dancer in the Whoville Town Hall. I might enter the ball quite small, or I might go in quite tall. But I assure you nobody, but nobody, is gonna dance with me at all when I enter front and center at the exclusive Grinch Night Ball. Ha-ha! Ready? Giddy up, Maxie! Ha 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 ha!
Attention, attention all who's. This is Sergeant McPherson, and conditions, I'm afraid, are now worser than worsen.
How many times have I said and said? How many times have I said in my head, what am I doing here? Why am I the slave of this Grinchy old crock? And I say how I wish I could turn back the clock and have the fine future I had once before, and again be an innocent puppy once more.
In your puppy house, Betty, with sweet Auntie Woofy Woofoon, feeding you hominy grits with a big silver spoon?
What am I doing here? Doesn't matter much how, but my dear old Auntie Woofy, wouldn't I fear very much care for me now?
Blah. As you can see by the lights flashing on the Zindex, that's the Zinheimer Disaster and Devastation Rate of Spread Calculating Index, I am recording the intensities and immensities of the Grinch's current antisocial activities. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, the Grinch is working up quite a score. And unless I am misreading, I think it's going to soar up even more.
You know something, Grandpa Josiah?
Do I know what, Euchariah?
You know, sir, this looks a lot better without my glasses.
You put your glasses back on and face the facts, Euchariah.
As the Grinch creaks ever closer to your little front yard gates, he's engaged in Grinchy practices that every who abominates. He defoliates, depreciates, deflating all the things he hates, and frequently expectorates. Oh, the acts he activates, he castigates,
he blastigates.
And while all of Whoville sits and waits the fates that it anticipates, his wagon wheel obliterates and decimates and platinates 10,000 little flowers.
Missed one. Got it.
You know something, Grandpa Josiah?
Shh, Euchariah.
Oh my gosh, look what he's doing now. He's hunting down the Wuzzy Woozoo. The Woozoo at least should have immunity. He's the only one left in our community.
Gall darn Bricklebush. I got brickles in my britches.
Phew, that was a mighty tight pinch, but the Wuzzy Woozoo has eluded the Grinch. He's safe inside a brickle bush.
You know something, Grandpa Josiah?
Do I know what, Euchariah?
I gotta go to the euphemism.
The euphemism? No one goes to the euphemism on a night like this.
But I gotta. Euchariah, don't be long.
I suggest we stay indoors tonight. Our problems are immense. I wouldn't go out on a night like this for $66,600,000 and an extra 66 cents. He is wandering in the wind while the hack and cracks are yowling and the gree grumps are a-growling. He is wandering up Mount Crumpet in the sour, sweet Grinch night wind. No one comes home through the wind. No one comes home through the growling. He is lost amongst the yowling, lost forever in the darkness of the sour, sweet Grinch night wind.
Darn these brickles anyway. I'll be sore for a month.
Where is that euphemism? Huh? Oh, a woozoo. Oh, a doggy. Nice doggy. Poor lost doggy. I'm gonna take you home with me. If I ever find it again.
Brickleize me, will they? I'll brickleize the entire township. Who are you?
Euchariah who, sir?
You're a rather small who, aren't you?
Well, I do the best I can, sir. Are you really the Grinch?
Am I the Grinch?
Sorry, sir. I have a slight astigmatism, an optical condition in which parallel rays of light from an external source converge or diverge unequally in different meridians. You know, sir, I like you much better with my glasses off.
You put your glasses back on and face the facts. Am I the Grinch? I'll show him. Oonka potty papa, oonka potty oompa, oonka, lunka, ibzin troika, foldimaldo, pum, tusk. Am I the Grinch? Out of my way, small who. I got bigger things to do than to waste my time with you on Grinch night. Achtung! Giddy up, Maxie! Next stop, Whoville! So with the sweet, sour wind still a-howlin', now the Grinch was really prowlin', and Euchariah watched him go a-clunkerin', skunkerin', skunker-punkerin' toward the helpless town below. And he thought about Josiah, Mariah, Obadiah, and Mathiah. He would have to save them somehow. He would have to save the town. He would simply somehow have to stop that Grinch from getting down. And suddenly Euchariah knew precisely what he had to do. Stall for time. a rather small who want this time.
Will you please scare me some more, sir? I sort of like it.
Look, kid, I gave you the $2 treatment. You're not worth a first-class Grinching. Am I the Grinch? Euchariah! Euchariah! Where are you? Okay, you asked for it. Quit fuddling with your glasses. Put those glasses on and get up here.
Yes, sir.
Come on. Come on. Closer, Euchariah. That's a nice little who. Now closer. 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 And Euchariah, with a courage he had never known till then, Euchariah, who, with a courage beyond the courage of most men, with the sour, sweet wind a-howlin', stood before the gruesome Grinch and said,
To your words, bring on your spooks. Shoot the works, I will not flinch.
Oh?
Grinch is gonna get ya. Mitts and Billy for a laugh. Yeah. Euchariah, Euchariah, Grinch is gonna get ya. Grinch is gonna get ya. Mitts and Billy for a laugh. Mitts and Billy for a laugh. Gonna get ya. Mitts and Billy for a laugh.
Enjoying yourself? Take a little walk.
No, I wouldn't step here. And I wouldn't step there. I would only step round with the greatest of care. And it's hopeless to try to escape through the air. It's prime time to Seuss. We are every which way. Oh, you can't turn your back. And you can't turn your face without meeting some member of the unhuman race. We're a grisly, ghastly disgrace. Yes, it's prime time for Seuss. We're all over the place.
Enjoying yourself? Take a spook's tour.
Grinch?
What?
Well, sir, as I knew it would, sir, the sour sweet wind is dying down. No wind ever blows forever.
So what?
Well, sir, according to all available statistics, when the sour sweet wind stops howling, that always stops the gree-grumps growling.
Yeah, I know.
And when the gree-grumps stop their growling, Punker's Pond stops runkling. And when Punker's Pond stops runkling, that always stops the Hackencracks from yowling. And when the Hackencracks stop yowling, you know what that stops. That always stops the Grinch from prowling.
Well, I'll be Grinched.
Well, I'll be Grinched.
Come on, Max.
Come on, Max, turn this wagon around.
Attention all who's. This is Sergeant McPherson reporting to you once more in person. And I can report that I never had thought that I'd ever report a report of this sort.
I'm sure gonna miss that Grinch night ball. But that wind will be coming back someday. I'll be coming back someday.
Look, Mariah, there's Euchariah. What an unusual way to come back from the euphemism.
The nasty old sour sweet wind has blown away. All the green growlings growl itself away.